Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the 15th chew review. And as you just saw, it will be of a product from the National Tobacco Company, and that product is Durango. Okay, so let's take a look at the packaging. It's your standard 3-ounce net weight bag. Basically the same on both sides. This side does have a flap over though, because this product does have a ziplock. Alright. The bottom, you have the barcode, the National Tobacco Company branding, and over here, leaf content. This product is no less than 7% domestic, although one would have to ask how much less could you get, and no less than 93% foreign. This is by the same National Tobacco Company is what puts out Stokers. All right, it is by them. This is a value chew, okay, or budget chew, and it was fairly inexpensive for my area of the country. It was just a shade over $6, which is really good because around here a pouch of Red Man Original runs about $9, and I think Levi Garrett is actually like close to $9.25 now. So you know, $6.44, that's pretty good. The only thing I've come across cheaper, and I did have to go out to the edge of the metropolitan area to find it, and now they don't even carry it anymore, was the Stoker's Classic, which was coming in about $5.50. But the packaging is showing as the colors actually are. It's sort of a brownish orange. It's not bad looking. All right, now going over to the flap, you're going to have a number of glue dots, probably 3 and 3. Oh, and a whole bunch just popped at the same time there. Yeah, 3 and 3, which is standard. You know, the American snuff products usually have 6 and 6, but they also don't have a ziplock. And then they're just folded over multiple times in different directions. The National Tobacco products do have a ziplock, and it is when these 3-ounce bags engaged. Okay, on the Stoker's bags, they're usually not engaged, but the Stoker's bags have to be cut off. The bag is sealed itself. So with these ones where it's only a bunch of glue dots, the ziplock is engaged, or at least should be. If you get one where you can snap the ziplock closed before you go through checkout, check. If it's snapping closed, then it hasn't had a seal, so don't buy it. Anyway, smell off the bag is it's an original chew. I mean, it's not anything other than what I was expecting. It is looking a little bit stemmy. The product is tacky. It is fresh. It's a little stemmy, but you know what? As I said, it is a budget product, and I was sort of expecting that. It's a pretty strong original. It's a pretty strong smell of molasses on this. All right. It's pretty stringy stuff. I mean, besides any stem matter, there are some blonde highlights and the occasional stick. It's a very thick piece of stem. I don't know if my mic is down at the bottom here, but if it is, you're going to hear this hit my desk. All right. Whatever. So It's sort of stringy, though. It's sort of looking... It's fresher, but it's sort of looking the same way that beech nut wintergreen was. It's sort of like a thin strand, almost. I'm going to put some in. I'm probably going to hit the pause button, wipe off my hands. Whittington Outdoors says, go to the bottom if you think the product might be a little bit older. And it's a little moister down there. And he's right, it is. Not that I thought he was wrong, but it's a noticeable difference. I'm sort of like picking through this now, sorry. I don't know. Yeah, that's not really working for you, is it? It's all right. I mean, it's all right for what it is. But I'm going to hit the pause button and I'll be back, all right? Yep. Let me try that again. And I am back. Okay, so before I forget, and I don't know what it means, but I don't think it matters because I think this was sitting for a while. You guys got to understand, I'm in a metropolitan area of the Northeast Corridor, okay? All the Starbucks coffee around here is probably really, really fresh. Chewing tobacco, not so much. So, on the flap over of these bags, above Durango, there is, or below it actually, now that I have it turned this way, there is a code there that's sort of like punched into the foil. It's not the greatest. There's stems, there's this thing, number one, but I mean, there are some other stems, but it's not real pokey. I'm not getting any discomfort. The flavor is all right. It is very, very close, in my opinion, to the American Snuff Company product Morgan's that I reviewed right after the Redman's, right at the very beginning. It's very close to that. And because this has probably been sitting a while, it is a little, although it was still tacky, it wasn't in as bad shape as that beech nut wintergreen. But because it's been sitting and it's a little bit drier, it has the same feel as the Morgan's too. Because the Morgan's, the Taylor's Pride, the Levi Garrett. Now the Levi Garrett will sell to an extent around here, I'm guessing. But the Taylor's Pride and the Morgan's, they're sitting and they don't have a Ziploc. So they were drier and tacky. It just takes a little long. I mean, the stuff doesn't really go bad, I find. I mean, it's basically cured with molasses. Technically, I don't know if it can even really go bad. It can dry out. It takes a little bit longer in the mouth to get going. That's basically. But flavor-wise, it's very, very much like the Morgan's, which wasn't bad. They're also in the same price range, sort of. Morgan's is running a little bit more expensive. It's a regular chew. It's not leaning to the sweet side, but I don't want to say it's leaning to the bitter. It's pretty even. Maybe very slightly to the bitter side, but all in all, for the price I paid for it, I almost, when the lady rang it up at the Walmart, I almost was like, what? Like, surely you've made a mistake. No, you know what I mean? So, the packaging is quality. It does have Ziploc. That is excellent, as I've found out dealing with products that don't have Ziplocs. It's a foil pouch, as they all are. All right? It's not a bad-looking, bag. It's somewhat no frills, but, it's all right. The product itself is acceptable. Now, I'm guessing that if you were outside a metropolitan area, you could get this stuff pretty cheap. And if that's the case, it's definitely, if you can get it cheaper than what I got, like $6.25, it's probably definitely worth it. So, all in all, not a bad experience by any means. If you see it and you can get it below $6, give it a try. You know, it's not Red Man original. You know, but you know, it's really not trying to be. It is what it is. You know, it's a budget. Flavors, all right. Now, nicotine's not going to be really anything anybody will notice because no chew is like that. But that said, the flavor's all right. It is starting to juice up now. It's taking longer because the product was drier, but it was still tacky in the bag. There were some blonde highlights. It's a little bit of a stringier cut. There are some stems, as I said, but nothing poking. You know, it's staying fairly firm in the mouth thus far. That may change going into, like, you know, the final stretch. Usually cheaper stuff starts getting a little mushy. But thus far, we're going about 11 and a half minutes now, plus the pause. It's all right in the mouth. Anyway, this has been the review of Durango loose leaf chewing tobacco from the National Tobacco Company, makers of Stoker. It is a budget product. It's all right. It's all right. I have had worse. Anyway, guys, thank you all. Thanks for the new subscribers. I'm not quite sure who you all are because I didn't get notifications. Check out Berg's Dip Reviews, Winnington Outdoors, formerly Full Review, Winnington Outdoors now, Maryland Dipper, and Dirty Pat Walsh. All those guys could always use support, all right? Whether it's subs, comments, likes, you know. Anyway, I do thank you for sitting in with me. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.